What's up, y'all? We in this mother thing. I ain't want to cuss right there. But yeah, man, we in here. Live, episode 3. You know what I'm saying? They thought we wasn't going to be here. But we here.
Because what you were saying, most
podcasts don't make it past episode 3. They either quit, give up, or do some, they just quit. They lame. They not like us. They not like us. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. Certified boogeyman. I'm the one that up to school with him. Ooh. Say Drake.
That bass hit. Look, I might fuck around.
We back.
Yeah.
Finals over. Season over.
Yeah. And what an ending to a finals.
Oh, man. Let's talk about it.
8-24.
Oh, man. Yeah.
They killed a lot of birds with that one stone.
I'm talking about curve that joint. See, they was real accurate on them birds was flying real close together.
Yeah, man. It was crazy.
Jeez.
I guess my main thing, I want to ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about... instead of asking you how you feel about Jaylen Brown winning the Finals MVP, I'm going to ask you, how do you feel about Jason Tatum not winning the Finals MVP?
Well, I think he got robbed, to be honest.
Okay.
But
in broad daylight or at night in the alley? What kind of robbery was
highway.
It was highway robbery?
I don't know if it was night or dark, but it was definitely on the highway.
Was it strong arm?
Not really.
Okay.
It was like...
Was it a fake gun?
Like they tried to rob 2 people, but one of them got away.
Okay, yeah.
He was just the one that got caught, you know what I mean? But I felt like he deserved it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They both played equally bad in 2 games, and they both played equally good in 2 games.
Yeah.
It just so happened that it was 5 games. So if it comes down to that, in the 5th game, whoever kind of balls out gets it.
And Tatum
balled out in game 5. Yeah. Not only just in game 5, but obviously he didn't shoot great. And, I've been saying the outlier between them two was the field goal percentage. And you were saying it was Jaylen Brown playing the defense on Tatum.
Yeah,
both of those
sides.
2 things I feel like pick up, the slack for the numbers. Because both of their numbers really wasn't great.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But Tatum was 22 and 10 and 7. Jaylen was 25 and 5. You know what I'm saying? But he shot down to 50% from the field. Jason Tatum shot like high 30s.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's kind of what, when you think about the word valuable, you know what I'm saying?
It's almost as if they knew they were going to win the championship, but there was a race to the Finals MVP. And
you could see it.
It was so clear. I thought if Jason Tatum, without giving my take on this right now at the moment, but I thought Jason Tatum went for it and failed with shooting the way he shot.
Oh yeah, you remember when I was telling you in the first 2 or 3 games, I was like, the shots he's shooting is just...
It's crazy.
It's just bad shots. It's not good offense.
It was just wild to see all the ISOs and all of that, and I was like, man, it's 1,000,001 moves to get to the bucket or to shoot a brick.
And as you like to say, he cone work.
Yeah.
So it's like you ain't doing none of that. You just really jacking that joint.
Yeah, for sure. I didn't see nothing spectacular out there from any except for his dunk side. I think I forgot which game that was. I think it was like the
game 1 and 2. I think he had the dunks. Mm-hmm. But even then, it was like about time.
Yeah, those were his buckets that he was getting when he was missing all the shots.
Yeah. And it's like, but that's what we were saying about how big these guys are and how they only want to shoot.
Yeah.
So it's like, bro, you 6'9", 6 whatever, you know what I'm saying? Get to the cup. Go finish. Go dunk on somebody. Like, go do something. Yeah. Other than catch and shoot or step back or side step. Even though we know you can make it, but if you're not making it, ain't no reason for him to have, and I think you can look this up. I seen it on the Sports Center gym, but it was like he got the worst 3-point percentage, I think, either in the finals history or in playoffs history. Ooh. It's one of the 2.
For a superstar?
I think it was just the finals in general. Because of how poor he was shooting in the finals. I think it was just the finals, though.
And
but it was like 20
carried over from the last time he was in the finals.
You know what I mean?
Now, granted, he only been to 2 finals.
Yeah.
But also that he's 26 years old. And I don't think he had no business playing like that at 26.
Definitely not.
You know what I mean?
Definitely not.
Yeah. But kudos to Jaylen Brown, for winning the Finals MVP. It was definitely a cool moment to see once his name got called. But as soon as that camera went to Jason Tatum, dog, that's when I was like, somebody robbed him.
Oh, yeah. They stole him now.
Yo, I was like,
They got over on him. Ain't no way he led the series and, the whole point, rebound, assist thing and did all of that.
Forget the series. Ain't no way he led this franchise this long. And, just to get to the mountaintop.
And then they...
Yeah, that's deep. I want to know... Because Jaylen Brown was on the record saying he wanted everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I know Jason Tatum kind of takes like the LeBron route when it comes to like post-game interviews and all of that stuff. So he takes a real political approach. I tell you this though. One thing that made him losing way more evident was or his feelings about losing the Finals MVP way more evident was his reaction to winning the championship. I thought his reaction was very it was very it's like somebody just gave you some bad news but you're in a great moment in your life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like somebody said such and such died and you're like oh. And like you gotta be in front of the cameras. And so I'm like looking at his celebration and the whole the way he sounded, he was like, we did it, and it was just like, nah, I didn't feel nothing there.
Nah, I mean I feel like, most players got their own individual kind of goals that they want to achieve. And I can't imagine what it would feel like to win a championship and you work and you do everything to get to the autumn years as the championship being its own accomplishment.
Yeah.
But you kind of don't succeed at the second part of that, which is getting the Finals MVP.
Yeah. And you don't know if you ever make it there again.
Nah, because you've been... I mean, granted, he only 26, which is crazy, but it took you this long to get to that point.
Yeah.
And, people are going to say, well, Jordan was 27 and LeBron was this age, but he was in this year and all that. I get all of that, but like you said, as much as he been winning and been in that conversation and in that light, it took you X amount of time to get it, and then you get there, and then you don't kind of complete the whole journey.
Yeah.
It's like when you beat a game, but you don't
unlock
everything, so you got to go through that shit again just to get the final reward, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And who says that you're going to want to play that game anymore?
But with that being said too, it's like, how do we look at the Finals MVP now? Because there's times in history where the best player didn't get the Finals MVP. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like this was just a thought though, but this would be like a good time to have that conversation about, over the years, have we kind of strengthened the value of Finals MVP, or is it really like, nah, you gotta get that? You know what I'm saying?
Well, once again, even though we're behind on this couch doing the podcast, it's the media's fault of why
it means so much,
and why it feels, at least why it feels like it does, or why it's starting to feel like it doesn't. Like, it's the media's fault because they shamed Steph Curry for losing that Finals MVP. Steph Curry didn't need that trophy for us to know
the type of player he was.
He didn't need it, right? And
so he left his mark for sure without that.
Now, if they would have gave it to somebody like Clay, we'd probably feel like how we feel right now about Jaylen and Tatum, versus giving it to Andre Iguodala, who probably only averaged like 10, 12 points, maybe if that, in that finals. But I guess he guarded LeBron and held him to like a good 40, 10, and 10. like you know what I mean? So it's like we knew it was BS. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure if, like, not to go crazy on conspiracies or whatever, like, but I'm not sure if it's supposed to like create this uphill battle for an NBA player. You know what I mean? Like, is it creating a certain...
Is it creating a certain type of player?
Yeah,
like,
you know what I mean?
You ain't going to be playing a certain kind of way. The quality of your game changes.
Yeah. Because
you're going for an individual type of accolades and to be,
Yeah.
cheered for. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Or it's just a mountain to reach. So when you get it, but there's no reward for a lot of this fake created narrative. So, question to you, adjacent but like kind of on par. Do you think Steph Curry will ever go back to the finals?
That's hard. That's a hard question because he's the type of player he is. Even if he's not the number one, his skills can allow him to go to the team and just be a shooter.
Right?
You know what I'm saying?
Does he play that long to just do that? I don't think he plays that long.
Well, you got to think about his favorite players. Well, Reggie Miller didn't do it. So, but I don't know. It depends on like do he want to be looked at a certain kind of way in the sense of winning rings and doing that. I feel like everybody play to win, especially that type of player. Like when you're on that caliber, you playing to win. So if he do take a lesser role, or let's just say if the Warriors draft some players or make a trade or something and get a guy that's at the time in whatever time of basketball we in, it's like the guy. Mm-hmm. Is he gonna come off the screen, sit in the corner, and not dribble as much? You know what I'm saying? So it really depends on all of that.
I think his game is almost on par with Allen Iverson's in the sense of not similarities. Before everybody kill me out there, not saying that they play alike, but when you think about the way you have to score, it's like Melo is the problem Melo had. Playing a lesser role. At a point he had to do it if he wanted to play in the league, but he was going through a whole nother issue.
Yeah, but he was picking wrong teams to go to.
Yeah, but as far as the New York thing, it was
not even then. Even at the end, like when he was, I know that I felt like they was trying to get my dog out the league.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
but so he came back with Portland and all that kind of shit.
Portland gave him the best opportunity.
No, they did, but it's like if he could have got that role, that same exact role, but like on the Bucks in that time frame, or like even on the Celtics, or you know what I'm saying, like something like that, to where it's like they actually gonna be competing with or without his production.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
I it's unfortunate because I think he probably burnt 2 years that he could have played more elite when he was sitting out, and then when he got on the Houston Rockets. I feel like you wasted like maybe a key part of his basketball game. So now you have almost emasculated his game.
And he wanted to play too.
Yeah, and he wanted to play. Like, nobody wants a veteran on their team that actually wants to play.
Yeah. Like
Isaiah Thomas was the same way. Nobody wants a veteran on their team that really wants to fucking play. Yeah. So I think on a roundabout way, I'm asking you the Steph Curry thing because we seen that that was his mountain that he had to climb. Finals MVP. He had to get a final. Somebody said out there that you got to get a Finals MVP. Mm-hmm. He gets a Finals MVP. Is that the last time we will see him? Like, if Tatum gets back to the finals and finally gets his Finals MVP, I guess I'm a little bit of a prediction of the future. Like, does Tatum get back just the same
to get a Finals
to get a Finals MVP? That's kind of like what my head is, because I don't think Steph Curry is going to make it back to the finals.
I think the Kobe and Tatum, the answer is yes. But I feel like he got enough love in the game.
Are you the same animal in a different beast?
What the fuck does that mean, Kobe Bryant?
You're welcome.
You know.
Yeah.
But nah, like the Kobe, like he a fanatic. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's his guy. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That animal that's in him will want to go in there and not only just compete, but to get like to be the best of the best. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But he's only 26, so it's like shit. They keep that same team together. Everybody on that team right now is like re-signed. Yeah, like they coming back just like that. You know what I'm saying? So,
I don't see him even getting back there.
Yeah.
Let's state it here. First of all, this is a nice free flowing podcast between two best friends. Mm-hmm. Can I call you my best friend?
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. But this is a nice free flowing. So sometimes not gonna always have a fact on the table. It's up to you guys to kind of either fact check or go back and forth.
Go on the journey. Go on the journey.
Just
indulge.
Yes. Follow.
Humor me.
Humor me. Yeah. See, I ain't even smoke, but what was we talking about?
Jason Tatum.
Yeah.
You don't think he ever gonna get back?
I don't.
Oh, you said you don't think they're gonna get back next year.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's state it. Got it. Ding. Can you put a light bulb up there? I'm not sure.
Probably not.
All right, probably not. But
ding.
that's that. Yeah, there it goes. Cakewalk through the playoffs. I don't think they make it back next year. They have been blessed. They have been blessed. This conversation.
I know. Go ahead.
They have been blessed in the Eastern Conference to run into a Jimmy Butler-less Miami Heat. A Joe. Sometimes even if they didn't go against Joel Embiid, there's no Joel Embiid in the playoffs.
He was hurt coming through the door.
There is no Giannis and Dame. There was no Kyrie or James Harden even at that point on the Nets. But no, I do not think they make it back to the finals.
So you don't think? And I'm gonna play a little devil's advocate here.
Okay.
You don't think that during the regular season when they was playing these teams, and we know that the playoff it's a different level than the regular season, but you don't think they, displayed that they was the best team all year?
I think,
in a sense to where if Jimmy Butler would have played, you don't think they would have won that series?
It's not the fact that I don't think they will win that series, but
the toll that it would take going forward.
There you go, because that makes the finals harder. Yeah. You know what I mean? Who you go through. Yeah. If LeBron or Dwayne Wade has to go through the Detroit Pistons or the Boston Celtics, to get, thinking about Wade's first ring, first of all, this is the origin. This is 323 here. Oh, yeah. So thinking about Dwayne Wade's first ring, if he struggled through that, he even missed a game during the Detroit Pistons. You know what I mean? Yeah. It makes the championship sweeter, and it doesn't question how you got there. Mm-hmm. And then we look at the Boston Celtics. Them winning is so anticlimactic, but great to see, but anticlimactic because there was no journey.
You're talking about
this playoffs. Mm-hmm. There was zero journey.
So I guess it's. I just kind of look at it a little bit different in the sense of the journey aspect being from the beginning of the season.
Okay. All right.
So it's like going through the season.
Yeah, you didn't mention the season.
And because you got to really take everything into account. Like
all
them
things
signing.
Considered, that's your word.
All things considered.
All things considered is Chris's.
You bring Drew Holiday in and you bring in Porzingis. And at the time when those moves are made. Yeah. It's like
they meet expectations.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, this is what they needed. They replaced Mark. They upgraded from Marcus Smart. Mm-hmm. They got a big. They ain't really had no big last year. Well, they had Robert Williams, but he wasn't stretching the floor. They was just crowding the paint. Nobody could drive. You get somebody like Porzingis, spread the floor out. You got a better version of Marcus Smart who can guard, who can shoot a little better. He can create. He can run the offense. You know what I'm saying? From a whole different perspective. That's everything that they could ask for. Yeah. And they got it all on bargains. They not hurt from those moves. You know what I mean? Right. So when you go from that point to damn, these dudes got the best fucking team in the league in the off season. So now you gotta play and live up to that and still win the championship. So you know what I'm saying?
All right. So
this is the first time in a long time where you go back and look at preseason and look up the predictions, but. That is right. That is right. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people had the Celtics picked to win it this year. A lot of people had the Nuggets too, but it's either 1 and 2 for those two teams. You know what I'm saying?
Do you know why I believe that they were in such high regard to win? It was literally it's the way you keep the teams together, right? Teams can't get no footing or chemistry building if you switching out the teams. Mm-hmm. So the Boston Celtics in 2008 winning a championship, that was an anomaly to put together a team like that.
That was one of the first times we've seen
a super team get put together and win.
And then they win it in the same year.
Now, here's the kicker. The next year,
they go back.
No, they don't go to the finals. But Kevin Garnett gets hurt. Right? They went to the Eastern Conference Finals, if I'm not mistaken.
They went back to the finals.
Not the next year. That was
because the Lakers beat the Celtics in the finals.
That was 2010. Lakers got that one after. He beat Orlando. Kobe beat Orlando.
I thought he beat Orlando after the Celtics.
No, the Celtics beat him. He beat Orlando. The Celtics got back there.
Okay.
So I'm saying that to say that was 3 potential final runs, right? From a team winning one and getting kept, they stayed together.
Because if the Cavs would have beat them, it would have been
Right. So, and then you look at say a Miami, right? After that first year, they switch around the roster. Next 2 years, ring, and even got back there that third. You know what I mean? That third time. It's something to say that when players stay on the same team, that they can win a championship eventually.
Yeah.
You know, and same as with the Warriors. You know, a little bit keeping this 3 nucleus thing that they had going on and just surrounding, whether they were superstars at the time or not.
Yeah.
Just surrounding them. Team building, right? So when they won the championship, I noticed the front office had a lot to say during the. You know, a lot to say. I've never seen that many people from the front office on the floor to accept the championship. I thought the owner
Myers was really like he was having, not to say he had a lot to say in a bad way, but he was getting a lot of opportunities to say. You know what I'm saying? Because of,
and that was one person.
You know what I'm saying?
We don't even know these dudes.
The other dudes.
Brad Stevens. We would have liked to hear Brad talk more than we know who this owner is. I thought he wasn't going to let the trophy go. I think that's an organization championship. For sure.
No, yeah, definitely.
I think it's more.
That's all things considered, for sure.
Yeah, all things, and that's what made me go back. You saying the beginning of the season and stuff, but then I'm also thinking about the last few years and stuff like that. Great moves. Danny Ainge stepping down and bringing the right person up and all of that.
Even going back to the trade of the reason Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum was there, they are part of the picks that they got from the Nets for Trey and KG, and
they cashed in.
You know what I'm saying?
They won a championship, got rid of the pieces that won them the championship to win them another championship. And
think about this: the guy who they hired to coach a little bit after that was Brad Stevens, and Brad Stevens was coaching these guys and doing his thing, and went through Kyrie and the Gordon Hayward injury and getting rid of them and getting the Marcus Smarts and all these other people to the point to now where this dude is doing coaching and he's the GM. Then it goes to, well, we're going to hire this coach and then I must just be the GM, president of basketball operations, one of the two, you know what I'm saying, or both. Now he putting the pieces together to get a Drew Holiday and to get a Porzingis, you know what I'm saying, and to trade certain people, and you know what I mean. So it's like, yo, this dude really. Yeah, and the insight to know that too is because he coached them. He coached Jason Tatum. He know what they need around him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm with you on that on an organization. Yeah, that was like all them dudes like fall in line and did what they had to do the right kind of way.
That was one of the first times I think I've seen an organization championship. You know what I mean? And definitely a cakewalk though through the playoffs.
Nah, I can agree with the playoffs for sure.
Because I feel like you get one Game 7 in them, it changes even the complexity of the finals.
And then even with Indiana, like I felt like they would have won that series regardless, but it's like they hurt too. You know
yeah. So even like, Indiana,
And without Halliburton, those games was close. Like they was fighting, but I ain't never feel like they was finna lose. They was out of control.
All right, so. You wanna break and then hop on the second half? I got more questions for you. Or you wanna keep it rolling?
Shit, we can keep it rolling.
Keep it rolling. Luka Doncic.
That was the break right there. But go ahead.
Alright. Luka Doncic. Expose. Front Street.
Alright.
Blast.
Chance, I'm doing this for you.
This for you, Chance. I don't even know what you're about to do, but
I'm doing this for you, Chance.
Don't do nothing crazy.
I love you. But go ahead. I already know where this going. Go ahead, finish your statement.
I feel like Luka got put on the front street, on blast, an expose. He got auctioned off at the lowest value. We talk about him being a LeBron, under the LeBron tree. I personally feel like he plays like year 19 LeBron. Mainly the LeBron that 2020 LeBron. I feel like he plays like that, but his defense is like when LeBron first got to the Lakers, when Kuzma had to push him to go play some defense. I think he wasn't ready for how the finals was going to be refereed. You know what I mean? I think he ran up against American basketball, and it didn't work out for him. I don't think next year he's going to come back better defensive player. I do not believe that. I don't believe that it's a skill thing. I believe it's they're gonna have to get Tyson Chandler.
It's an effort
thing. It's an effort thing, and I don't think he wants to put that effort in or thinks that he needs to put that effort in. And I do not believe that Jason Kidd instills that in him. Just from the comments he made a long time ago when they asked if Luka was out of shape and like how he beat around the bush on that, and it's like if the kid out of shape, tell him, do something, or put him in a position to where he has to know that he is out of shape. Yeah. And that never changed. When Michael Finley took that beer can out of his hand because he's sitting in the hallway, just while all these cameras around drinking a beer, just to come to the finals and not play no defense. You can tell clearly what somebody's mindset is. Same thing with Jokic in the round prior. Well, the round where he lost, you can tell that he is not a defensive player. Anthony Davis exposed him in the first round, not being a defensive player. Yeah, he got his stats. They all get their stats. Luka got his 30. Yeah. Luka got his triple doubles. All of this kind of stuff. But these boys do not move their feet. They don't play no defense. And I think this year it was refereed the right way. I didn't have a lot of complaints on the referees. Now the regular season, which goes to what you said about the Celtics, the regular season is ref differently. And you're going to take care of certain things.
No, you're going to handle your business in the regular season because you want them to make it to the
right. And I don't think the same way Anthony Edwards didn't think he was going to make it to where he made it, I don't think Luka knew that he was going to.
Foreseen.
Yeah, he did not foresee
that. I don't think that neither. I don't think I agree with you on that. I don't think he planned on making it that far.
I want to hear about this from you, but I got another question for you after this.
All right, so Chance, I got you, dog. So the only reason I'm saying it is because Chance we was hearing that talk, right? So the only thing we were saying was when you say the word expose, it's like you finding out something you ain't know. So
I did find out one thing.
Well,
but I'll tell you after you finish.
In the sense of the defensive thing.
Yeah, we already knew that.
So it's like Dirk Nowitzki went his whole career doing what he did, averaging an MC, averaged one of the greatest scorers, all of that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody never expected him to guard Tim Duncan or any great power forward that you want to name in his position. Kevin Garnett. Right. Whoever, any scorer type of power forward, don't matter who it is. He's not guarding Zach Randolph. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just certain people. He's not LaMarcus Aldridge. He's not guarding them guys. Not saying that he never has. He's just not. That's not the matchup.
Yeah.
But it's okay because you do have a Tyson Chandler right there.
Right.
And you do got the Josh Howards and there's people on the wings who going to do certain things. Yeah. So my short answer to that question is they're just going to have to build defensively around him.
Right.
But not just defensive guys who can shoot. So they're going to need somebody like, not currently Trevor Ariza, but somebody like a Trevor Ariza, or even like the Carusos and the Lou Dorts and these guys that's out here doing the Drew Holiday type of guys. That's what he needs. Because if he going to be under the LeBron tree, he going to need shooters. The difference between him being on that LeBron tree, like you said with the year 19 thing, is LeBron didn't play defense at that time. So when you look at the 2020 LeBron, who still kind of didn't play D, but he had Dwight Howard and JaVale McGee behind him and KCP and Caruso on the wing. So it's like a lot of the defensive pressure is not on him. And that's going to be the same thing with Luka. That was the same thing with Dirk. And it's like they accepted that because they knew Dirk was going to give you 30 and 8 rebounds. And, couple of assists. He might get a block or two. Same thing with him. It's like for these past 5 years, we knew he didn't play defense, and that was always a criticism going into the next season that he got to get better defensively. So when you say exposed, I don't think it was an exposed, but it comes off like that because everybody's seen it.
I mean, we knew he was good. Hold that.
We talking about Luka Doncic.
We're still on Luka.
Was he exposed or not?
So I
or
don't.
Wasn't an exposure. If we already knew.
It's just kind of exposed. Is kind of hard. I think that's like the separate conversation, but earlier when you talk about words, when we was talking about anxiety, I don't want to get too deep into that, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of the same thing with the word exposed, not just for basketball, not just for him, but as people, I just feel like that word is like a. But I feel like everybody knew. Like if you into basketball, you know this guy don't play a lick of defense.
Yeah.
So to say, well, he got exposed, it's almost more like it just happened. Like he got embarrassed more so than exposed. You know what I'm saying?
So all right, I'm gonna tell you what I feel like it was.
But he does have to get better at defense.
Yeah.
And that's not a skill. It is an effort thing.
Yeah.
You can grow it into a skill. Like you can have like your
enough reps.
You know what I'm saying?
Enough
to
reps can make
to the point to where you're good enough at it.
Player.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't think like defense is one of them things that you come out the gate with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So all right. So this is what I feel like he got exposed on. And this might be a personal opinion. But the real exposure was one, you're correct. We already knew he don't play any defense. The exposure for me is your lack of response to it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the exposure for me. It's like when we talk about LeBron, there's one thing about LeBron, whether he playing defense or not playing defense, he knows how to make a defensive play.
Mm-hmm.
Luka don't know how to make a defensive play.
Nah.
So that comes from a whole nother intellect, like a whole nother side of you. We talked about Dwayne Wade. He knows how to make defensive plays. Kawhi Leonard, defensive plays. Even Paul George. Like, all these people know how to make a defensive play. You got Kyrie and you have Luka as your superstars, and both of them don't make defensive plays.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, they both are two bad defensive players.
Yeah.
And I mean, like I say, it's really going to come down to them having the backbone. Derek Lively has potential to be that because, like I said, throughout his whole college career, he's a rookie, but throughout his whole college career, that was his thing. Even when he was at Duke, he was like the defensive backbone to that team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he's growing into that role.
Yeah.
But if you have somebody like that and then somebody next to him who I can't even think of a big man right now that would.
But Gafford did very good.
Gafford did good too, but I'm talking about like on some veteran type shit. Like,
well, right, that's what I'm saying. So, all right, so here's my thing. We talked about Dirk and all of them. It was easier to hire players back in the day because everybody was not as athletic as everybody today.
Or you can hire a player now. Like even Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum is a willing defender. He's not a good defender.
Yeah.
But he got people behind him too that like it's different to know that I got somebody behind me that's gonna be there.
Yeah.
Like he knew even going back, Marcus Smart gonna be there to take that charge if he get beat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Porzingis gonna come over the top. Robert Williams is roaming because that's what they focusing on. Those guys are those type of players. Same thing with LeBron in his later years. Even on the Heat, you know what I'm saying? He could sit in the chair more. It made it harder, but going forward in his career, he was sitting in that chair the 2020 season because if he get blown by Dwight Howard back there, JaVale McGee back there, Anthony Davis back there, even now, he might sit in certain times because AD finna come over the top and throw that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that shit just make a difference.
It
know what I'm saying?
It makes it easier, but then, once again, what we're saying about these people, they have the ability to make a defensive
to be able
play.
to do it.
Yeah.
So he need to watch defensive film.
He need to
him and Kyrie.
He need to know how to read that. You know what I mean? You need to know when a cross court pass is legitimately coming, not they make a cross court pass and they blow by you.
Yeah.
Like that's too.
It's like
you know what I'm saying?
No,
and there shouldn't be that many O's on the court. It's a lot of O's in Luka's games. You know, not holes, but O's. It's like, oh, I didn't know he could jump that high.
And
I didn't know he was that fast.
And look, this is just some little funny shit, but I think when we talk about this foreign agenda thing, right? And you said he ran into American basketball. So look, now check this out. I think American basketball players, and y'all can tell me if I'm right or wrong, I don't think we like zone. I think we, as a country, like man to man.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying?
That's some American shit.
Like, so you feel me? So it's like
that's some Wild Wild West
you ain't gonna beat
shit.
No American team running no zone.
Yeah, facts.
And just to be funny, when we was hooping the other day, And the dude was like, "We gonna run the zone." You
Yeah.
seen how that shit triggered me? I was like, "But no, y'all ain't running no zone."
Nope.
I just think that's funny. Like, just some little shit. You said he ran into American style basketball.
And
they really put him in pick and rolls and pulled him out.
And what is the zone? The zone is to really legitimately give the most minimalistic defensive assignment to a player on the court. Mm-hmm. All you have to do is move your feet side to side.
Now, the rules in the NBA don't allow the zone to be effective.
Yeah.
It can be effective, but
in high school, them niggas sit right there
because it ain't no defense for 3 seconds.
Right.
In college, it works. You know what I'm saying? In FIBA, it works.
Yeah.
That's why it's so easy for him to run the zone.
Mm-hmm.
He was getting them skip pass steals in the zone because you only supposed to be in one spot.
Right.
So if he throw it, it's like, oh shit, I'm right here. You know what I'm saying? But if you in a matchup zone like what we used to run with Frank, you might not be there because if he move, you still got to move a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So,
yeah, man,
it's different. American, I think that's just my thing. I don't think we like that zone joint.
No,
every place I've been, every military base I've been to, and it's like foreign players there, they always like to run zone against us. Even back in the day when we used to play against the Mexicans at Warren Road, they used to run a zone.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So it's like. That's just what I feel like they just think. I don't know if it's easier or what, but it's like we don't like that shit. Well, and when you said he ran into some American style, he ran into a team running matchup man the whole game and running pick and rolls, pulling you out so you can guard your man, and you couldn't do it.
Yeah.
That's embarrassing.
No, it's super embarrassing, and I think
because you ain't gonna score every time down, but it don't matter who you switch on, they gonna walk right past you.
Yeah, yeah. So. The expose for me was the inability to recover. You get thrashed in game 1 and 2. Was it 3 in a row?
Yeah, they lost 3, but the third game was close.
Yeah, so it's like you get thrashed and taxed, and there's no response.
Well, the only response is offensive.
That's the biggest problem in the NBA when you get conditioned for a few months in the regular season. And then the playoffs come, and the landscape changes. It's a whole
different thing because everybody don't show you everything in the regular season.
You
might get it for a half. Let's see what this look like on him, and then they might just stop doing it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
And for my 2K players out there, there's a reason why if you go to your settings and your difficulty settings, there's a reason why you can go to custom, rookie, or All-Star Game. Because All-Star Game allows you to do dunks that you don't do when you got Hall of Fame mode on. All-Star Game settings allows you to play free flow and nobody plays defense. If these settings are even in the video game and we sit here watching the playoffs be reffed totally different than the regular season, Luka, if he is smart, he'll realize that he became a victim of regular season basketball. Kyrie, this leads to my next question. I told you that Kyrie was not a leader. Mm-hmm. And we talked about leaders can come in different forms and stuff. And I said I agree. But I feel like his leadership is more on an inspirational base than it is anything else. Mm-hmm. And I said that as soon as game 1 started, right? We was watching that joint.
Yeah, it was a lot of press about him being a leader at that point.
Right. And when game 1 started, I thought Kyrie was playing a different basketball game than the one that was on the court.
No, that's facts.
He was playing against the Boston crowd. He was playing against decisions that he has made in the past.
The naysayers.
And the only person that I know that play against the naysayers and win is Michael Jordan. Legitimately. Like, you don't need nothing else but that naysayer, that article, and all of this kind of stuff, and he'll go out and get 50 or 60 and win a championship. Mm-hmm. Kyrie looked lost out there to me. When he would have a bad shooting night, it was like none of the magic was working. It seemed like it wasn't enough moves in the bag to even get by somebody like how he was getting by even in the first round or the second round. It's like it all disappeared because the game within the game for him was something totally different that the team wasn't even privy to, or they knew about it but they can't really connect with that. Yeah. So it would have been hard to galvanize. He's 32 now. The veteran on the squad, you can't galvanize your team with inspirational basketball when you're playing your another type of game.
Nah, that's true.
My question to you is, should Kyrie stay there?
Yeah.
You think he should?
Where else he gonna go? Like, where is he gonna go? Because it's gonna be the same. He gonna have the same role wherever he go. If you go to a team with younger guys, then he's gonna have to do more leadership type of things.
But see, that's
or they're gonna look at him for that. And not saying he can't do it or whatever, but if he goes to a team like now, he's the oldest guy on that team.
Yeah,
that's like that matters.
That matters.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like
that's the dangerous.
He'll have to go to like. I don't know. He'll have to go to the Sixers or something like that. I think what Kyrie needs is somebody, and he had it in Luka, but somebody else that could like push him.
He needs a leader.
He needs somebody who he can.
He needs a leader.
Dap up and
Kyrie is
like yeah, nigga, you did that shit. He need one of them type of motherfuckers.
It's certain people that are leaders by inspiration, like how I feel like Kyrie is, but that need another leader. Mm-hmm. So this is where he didn't know who LeBron was. This is when he thought he was the galvanizer, where it's like, okay, you're dope, you playing great, you're the reason you hit the big shot, like whatever the case may be, you feel like you're not getting credit for it, but you're not understanding that even LeBron being next to you is part of the reason why nobody sees your
downfalls,
your shortcomings.
The fact that you can't play D.
You know what I mean?
Couldn't play D back then.
You couldn't play it back then,
which is crazy to think about. That the plan for them was to put Kyrie, to get Steph to guard Kyrie, but they wasn't trying to put Kyrie on Steph,
right? And
they couldn't figure that part out,
right. And so you got that going on. So now you here with Luka, who's getting a beer taken from him after conference finals, and it's like, that's your leader. You know what I mean? Like, it's like your best player is that guy, not the guy that's going to be like, yo, get in the huddle. Like, come on. Come here. Yo, get in here. He's trying to do that. Kyrie was trying to do that.
But that ain't what he wanted to do.
But that's not him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Kyrie is an assassin. He's the guy that you give the envelope to and say, I need this person gone. And that's Kyrie. Kyrie is not government. Yeah. He's not the bureau. He is... He's
assassin. Not giving the envelope to the guy.
Yeah, he's not that guy.
He receives the envelope.
He receives. He's the receiver. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So I feel like he needs to go somewhere where he can just receive. That's it.
No, that makes sense, and I understand that totally. But that would go to front office. Yeah, they obviously they got a good situation, but they would have to put people around them, or maybe somebody like that. And that person don't necessarily have to be on the floor all the time. Yeah. You know what I mean? If you got somebody who you can go back, that's why I say I think he needs somebody he can, because there ain't nobody on that team that's like that, because he is the guy. Everybody want to dap up Kyrie, but he ain't got nobody he could go back to and be like, bruh. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like,
for sure,
he needs somebody in his
I hate to say it, and I hate to be this guy, but I think he should go back and play with LeBron. There's like certain things that people don't really realize when a player wins a championship, like the way Kyrie was able to win a championship, and you cut that short. You spend a lot of your career trying to get back there.
The thing about that for me is the expectations. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that plays a part in people, like rather we see it or not, or if they talk about it. I feel like that's a big thing in the sense of how they play. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, how's Kyrie going to act in Boston? Is he going to play against the crowd? Is he going to play against this? Like, that was a conversation before he even got there.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's something that he had to think about, too.
You know what I mean?
So that statement, I thought they were going to be louder. Terrible statement.
Right. No, that's crazy.
That was the craziest thing I've...
Because they're going to see it. And then they're going to come back and be loud.
And now you guess who you're going to be playing against.
And they're going to be loud. And... like to you directly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fuck Kyrie chance.
Yeah.
Kyrie sucks chance.
Now you like this. Now you out there like this, and when it ain't working for you.
Or you like that and you're just here.
Yeah.
You ain't seeing that this nigga wide open.
Yeah.
Or somebody just cut back though. Or he trying to set you a pick. And now you done went and now it's offensive foul because you ain't thinking about how. You know what I'm saying?
See, to me, to be a great leader, it's like being in a car and having that mirror, those mirrors, the big window out, and the back window, and even the side windows. Mm-hmm. That's like being a leader, where some people don't have those mirrors, don't have that mirror. Like Michael Jordan didn't have the side mirrors or this mirror. He had that mirror and that mirror. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Where LeBron, he has the camera, the side mirrors, and he utilizes all of them while he drives. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then Kyrie, I think he just had the front mirror. Mm-hmm. He didn't look back, but at the same time, he couldn't look on the sides.
Front window.
And it was just a front window. He was ready to go. Luka is not driving. Luka is being driven. You know what I mean? When we talk about foreign agenda or all of this stuff, or even being relaxed, the whistle being really, really, really kind to him, or you know what I mean, not having to play no defense and get away with this kind of stuff. I feel like he's being driven because
I feel like it's more of a bike.
More of a bike?
Because a bike, like a motorbike, the saying is you're not driving the bike, you're riding.
Yeah, true. He's riding. I like that.
You change the gears.
Yeah.
So he probably never just go to certain gears.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't.
Never had to.
He just had stayed in first, second, third. He ain't never been to fourth or fifth.
Yeah.
But maybe now this will push him to go.
Yeah.
You know, to the next gear.
Yeah.
Next level.
And I'm afraid that he doesn't have one.
He might not.
I'm afraid.
Well, we'll just have to see.
I'm afraid that we've been watching the peak of Luka since he came into the league.
This will be the time to see.
Yeah. I mean, if he answers that, if back home feels like what we feel today, then hopefully, you know what I mean?
Well, to me, I agree with you. I don't think he's going to come back better defensively. I just think they're going to
same thing.
Put better pieces around. I don't think they're going to stay the same. I don't think he did bad enough to the point to where he has to make a drastic change.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he could be in better shape. Yeah, he could prepare to play longer. Same thing with Ant. But Ant already played defense, so that's just one less thing he don't have to worry about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But for a player like that, it's like, okay, I need to be in better shape. I need to be in better condition. The defensive part of it is just if you're going to have to want to do that.
Yeah.
You're not going to beat no great team, especially a team full of fucking shooters, the best three-point shooting team, all that, whatever, by the numbers, playing a fucking zone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that ain't just a him thing. That's all of y'all thing.
Yeah.
Tim Hardaway not guarding nobody. Kyrie not guarding nobody. As athletic as Derrick Jones Jr. is and all that, they not guarding. And even if he is guarding somebody, he not giving you enough on offense to like make a difference. And that was my biggest issue with the final. If you want to say somebody got exposed, they offense got exposed, because you remember how many times we was watching the game and I was like, the only two people shooting the ball for real
it's them two.
Is Kyrie and Luka.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's crazy to see that they beat the teams that they beat like that. But you ain't them. The Celtics was ready for the moment, regardless of. You remember I said if the Nuggets lose, they winning that shit, no matter who the fuck get there. You know what I'm saying? So they was prepared for whatever came. You know what I mean? Now it would have been crazy if Porzingis wouldn't have been healthy and they would have ran into Ant because they got the Twin Towers over there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So ain't no telling what that would have looked like.
Yeah. So. Yeah, man, we're going to see, but I don't think neither one of these teams are going to be in the finals next year.
Probably not. I think Luka gets a ring, though.
You think so?
I think he get one. He might get more than one, but I think he gets one.
I don't think so.
I think he gets one.
I think...
if the foreign agenda is real, he gets one.
I mean, yeah, if the foreign agenda is real, he definitely gets one. Or if America's back on top leading into the Olympics for the next couple of years, I don't know. Like, I don't know. He might have to get one when he's about 30.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How is he, 24, 25?
I think him and Tatum like the same age.
Yeah. And I think
he might be younger than Tatum.
See, Tatum has another gear he can go to.
I think he's 25.
I think he's younger too, yeah. So Tatum has another gear that he can go to. He can actually get better.
Tatum can still get better defensively.
Yeah. And I'm just trying to figure out...
How many blocks you seen Tatum get in his finals?
I mean, yeah. I mean, not a lot. Couple, but not a lot. But at the same time, his defense goes to more so even what you're saying about having those pieces and stuff like that. With Luka, there's just no even integrity on the person that you're guarding as one of their superstars.
Oh, nah. It's been too many times, even in the regular season, where you see it and it's like, whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or it's too late, but I ain't even going to put forth the effort to even try. I'm just going to go on down the court.
And that complaining to the refs really has to, really got to stop now. Because now you really can't complain now.
Nah.
Like, it's gonna make it hard for you to.
And then you be out of position so much that the complaining is like part of the reason your defense is bad. But you put yourself in a situation to where when you do try to play defense, you done piss the refs off.
Yeah, they not giving you.
They gonna call that shit because
Yeah.
you done reached in and it looked like you hit his hand.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm gonna show you a bad call because you think every call on the end is bad or you deserve this or whatever the case may be.
Yep.
They could really freeze you out.
Because referees are humans too, and they want they get back. Ask Chris Paul. For real, you know what I mean.
Let's ask him.
What else we got? What you got? You got something for me?
What you got? You said what you want to do with the entertainment. I know you got something.
We could talk about Bad Boys.
Bad Boys 3, 4. We just went to see that joint. You know what I'm saying? Pretty good movie.
Ride or die.
So me and my boy got this little, we've been friends for a long time. Bad Boys is like our little, that's one of the things that we
identify with.
You know what I'm saying? So, but it ain't like, I know the looks could look like, light skin, whatever, but it wavers. Like, sometimes
light
he
skin,
might,
dark skin,
sometimes I'm Marcus, sometimes I'm Mike. He might, it just depends on what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it was a good movie. On some film shit, it was greatly shot. Like those camera angles.
Never seen shots like that.
Now, mind you, I was telling Haley this. I ain't watch a movie in the movie theater, like a good new movie, in like 3-4 years, bro.
Yeah.
So I don't want to sound like, they new, but those shots was crazy.
It was crazy,
you know what I'm
dog.
saying? The first person shot was cool. We was talking about how it looked like Call of Duty and shit.
And the camera angles, because I remember, if you remember in Bad Boys 2, they did this unique camera angle when he was when they was in there with the shootout with the Zopounds in the house, and they was doing
going
the
through
camera,
like the bullet holes.
Yeah, and they did the camera around the wall, and they kept circling it. He was like, "Who the hell are you?"
Yeah,
I'm the devil.
The devil is not welcome here.
Yeah. So you got like that little shot, but then they did that
times
20
yeah.
times in that joint.
They went through the computer, through the camera in his house, and came out the camera in the house, and went through the house and came back.
With the slight fuzz in there to let you know that is now zoomed out. You heard a little dialogue, then it go right back in, and I'm like, yo, this is like wonderfully shot.
Good cinema there.
And Bad Boys definitely is going down in history for me as one of the best. What do you call them? I guess is it a saga now, or it's not? It's past the trilogy. What do you call it?
I don't know what the 4 is.
I forgot what the name of it is when you just got a bunch of them.
To keep it
saga, right?
To keep it hoops. We gonna say Dynasty.
Yeah, Dynasty. Yeah,
that's one of the greatest movie dynasties,
and one of the great live passes too that you'll ever see on a movie. You got things like Eddie Murphy popped it off a little bit with stuff like 48 Hours.
Or
Rush Hour,
Beverly Hill Cop,
but I'm saying even Duo. I'm thinking Duo.
Him and they wasn't really a duo. Yeah.
But so like Duo, like when he was with Nick Nolte on that joint, not Beverly. I forgot what I just said. Rush Hour, and even Men in Black.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Men in Black is on an alien level and all of that stuff. But when we talking about duos. Like, that's gotta be the funniest and best duo action movie with multiple films.
Yeah.
It has to be. Whether you think, not even just you, whether y'all think...
Action comedy.
Whether you think that...
It ain't nothing else really in that genre for real.
For
now
a duo.
I'm thinking about it.
You know what I mean? Like a duo like that that stretches over.
I guess it would be them versus Rush Hour. It would have to be.
Yeah, but even Rush Hour can't hold the candle to 4 in different decades. That's when. And that's,
Rush Hour got 4 movies?
Got 3. They doing a 4th one. And why you think they doing the 4th one?
I thought
it's 3 of them.
Damn. Well, yeah. If they ain't got 4, then yeah, they gotta take it.
I'm you,
but I felt
you
like
ain't you.
I felt like that would be the joint. The only other thing to compare it to.
That's the only thing that can be compared, especially with the cop aspect and all of that kind of
Rush
stuff.
Hour. or Bad Boys? Y'all can
Yeah,
discuss
y'all
that.
y'all discuss that. I'm going Bad Boys personally. Chris is officially on the fence.
I am on the fence, bro. That's tough.
That's a tough one.
They both good ass like movies for different reasons. Different shit funny and different. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a different dynamic for sure.
I tell you what, the comedy and action on Bad Boys 1 beats all of the Rush Hours. The action on Bad Boys 2 beats all of the action on Rush Hours.
I don't know. I guess that depends on what type of action you like. But nah,
but
Bad Boys is more hardcore for sure.
But think about
this movie was rated R.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So now think about
Bad Boys got it.
And think about like taglines like "Never touch a black man's radio," fire ass tagline. It's war. War.
Yeah.
No. He was like, you are. No, it was just like some shit.
It's just war.
Yeah. So you got like these
Not
little
you
taglines. But what about like in Bad Boys, just like how they like everything from arguing in the car that they always show in each of the Bad Boys movie, arguing in the car, and the pass on, pass off where Martin held these scenes down by himself with old girl in Mike's apartment, the angles. Not the shot angles, but the angle of him pretending to be Mike Lowry. It just don't get.
Nah, the storytelling is more.
Oh man,
better for
it's way better. But Chris Tucker alone gives Bad Boys a run.
So I think this might be a little deep. Like Bad Boys is a action comedy. Rush Hour is a comedy action. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
I like that.
I just put that together.
No, for sure. Because sometimes you do gotta reverse
you just gotta put your thing down, flip it, and reverse it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what she said right there.
She probably said some fucking nasty ass shit.
I think she said, if it's worth it, is it worth it? Put your thing down, flip it, and reverse it, and then they reverse that.
That's most likely what they probably had to do. This man, yeah. Whoever decided to do that, genius. It'd be the little small things. It all comes down to you might have just found out how to reverse something on a goddamn computer.
That's how it be. Yeah. That's literally, as a producer, as a nigga who like make beats and shit, I sit there on YouTube and be like, damn, I wonder how they did it, and I look up how to do it, and then I just do it.
Start using it
just because, you know what I'm saying?
That's like me too. Like once I find a new plugin, I use that shit on 3 songs.
Shit, I'm finna maximize the fuck out of this.
Yeah. So all right, so now I wanna here's a little segment that I would like to introduce to you that I think you already hit it on. Name something that happened in the last 7 days for you that was either or all a lesson, inspiring, funny, or just some crazy shit that you saw. Just something.
Let's see.
I know I put you on the
you
spot,
said
but you got good memory.
In the last 7 days?
Yeah.
What's today? Thursday?
Yeah.
So it gotta be some shit that happened at work.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Y'all got a lot of shit that happens there.
Let me think. Since you put me on the spot, I can't go back to 7 days.
Okay.
But I can tell you something that happened within the month.
Okay.
So, working at the smoke shop, downtown smoke shop, you know. So this lady come in there, me and Mark. Mark is the owner.
And shop downtown Augusta too, man. You know, I know a lot of people think it's dangerous down there, but it ain't as dangerous as people really
man,
say.
come down there.
And there's businesses down there that's struggling because of this rhetoric.
Bring y'all ass.
Yeah, bring your ass.
You know what I'm saying? But me and Mark in there talking. It's early. We open at 10. It's probably like 11 something. We in there talking about stuff, a little back and forth, and this lady just comes in that joint and like dead sprint, straight to the back of the store, and she stopped and she's like, "What do you want me to do? I did the thing. She told me to come here. I'm here. And what do you want from me?" And she's like looking at us. You know what I mean? And she got like little tears rolling down her eyes. So me and Mark look at each other.
Lost the handle. Picked up by James. Back to Caruso. Throws it up. Hammer time for LeBron James.
But yeah, she frantic.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want from me? What do you want me to do? Like, she was really saying, I can't remember everything she was saying, but she was saying stuff. You know what I'm saying? And Mark was like, yeah, man, I don't know, but you gotta go. And she was just like, what do you want from me? You know what I mean? And like, she just walked out the store.
Yeah.
Me and Mark was like, I don't know what the fuck that was about. That's crazy. Do. Mark left. Bro, 10 minutes later, she came back in that joint. Yeah, let me get an eighth of this. Let me get 2 cigars and some cigarettes. Pay for her shit and walk the fuck out. Like it was like that shit ain't even fucking happen. That shit really freaked me out. And now she come in that joint damn near once a week with her mom. She buys like a quarters, you know what I'm saying? Get her shit, get the fuck on. No more frantic, no more. Like, you can tell, like, she kind of,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know if she was having
What was the race on this
she's
lady?
white lady. But I don't know if
Just
she was
asking
like,
for context.
I don't know if it was like some medical. I don't know if it was like,
I mean, medicine is powerful, man.
I don't know if it was like a anxiety thing. Because like I said, I hadn't seen her without her mom since then. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, was she freaking out because she was by herself? Was she lost? You know what I mean? I just don't know. But that was just a weird, crazy situation.
Did she ever find out what y'all wanted from her? Or
I don't know. If we were supposed to find out what she wanted, what we want, it was just weird, bro. Like, she literally ran and so like, poof, do. What do you want from me? Like, freaking out, bro, crying and shit. I'm just like,
dang,
I don't know, but that's mine.
Damn, that's what.
But now that this is a thing, I will keep notes.
Yeah, keep
of,
that.
You know, shit that happened to me.
Yeah, yeah.
In my 7-day span.
For myself, I gotta think about it, man. I let things come in and out. I compartmentalize. We talked about that.
Yeah.
You told me it wasn't healthy,
It's not.
but I compartmentalize a lot of stuff. So I like to separate my things. But if I had to like think about it, it'd have to be this one homeless dude. Like, we real cool or whatever. You know, I'm cool with all the homeless people out there, which is very strange to me. That I don't even understand it for myself.
I mean, I do unto others, you know?
Yeah, that's kind of like how I feel. And I think being homeless is one of my biggest fears. Like, you know, it's like you can be like one step away and take it from somebody who's kind of been there in a sense where it's like, man, one step you'd be right there with these motherfuckers. Yeah. So my guy who sold me my bike, he sold it to me for $40. Real cool guy. He's like, I call him like the homeless MacGyver. Because he asks for money, but he always has something that you might like. So the other day he came in, he had a mirror. A nice little, about like a 12-inch small mirror. And like, he kind of looked like one of them orcs from like Lord of the Rings or whatever. So he has this bad sciatica, so he kind of like walk like this. He like in the 60s and stuff like that. So he looks, he pulls it out. He was like, huh? Look good. I mean, look at it. And it was like dirty still, like it was like smudgy and stuff like that. And I was just like, yeah, we don't need no mirror. And he walked all the way to the wall and was like, huh? And I was like, we don't need no mirror, man. I'm like, now I get annoyed too quickly.
You gotta get stern with it.
I gotta, because they'll go to the edge of the world. So today he came in, he sat next to me and said something, and I went straight to it, like, you hungry? And he was like, I can get some of that soup that y'all got. That soup be good. You know? So and then he was like, and a couple of dollars. Then I looked at him and I was just like, he lucky I'm a nice guy. So I gave him the soup, gave him a couple of dollars, and he left. There's no moral to this story. It's just the fact that I have a lot of homeless run-ins where
working downtown.
Yo,
it's not to be funny about it, but you're gonna run into a homeless person downtown.
Yeah.
Whether it's real or not.
Yeah.
You're gonna run into
somebody And don't call them out on they shit because they won't talk to you no more. If you call them out, like, which is very strange. Like,
it depends. If you don't want to be talked to no more, then call them out on it.
Well, yeah, facts. No,
but, you know,
I only do it when I get super annoyed, and
Nah.
then I'll be like this one of these homeless dudes had told me the other day. His name Mario. If y'all connect to downtown, y'all know what I'm talking about. He was like, yeah, y'all ain't gonna see me for a while. I said, okay, where you going? Yeah, gotta go take care of my mama. I was like, nice. Well, man, I wish you the best or whatever. Yeah. Not knowing that, not seeing him for a while, meaning he was gonna be on the other side of the street. Like, he wasn't gonna be on the street that I see him on. So I ain't seen him in like a month or two because I don't really walk on the other side of the street for anything. So then I asked him, I was like, I thought you was taking care of your mama. Huh? When I said that?
damn.
And then that's when I make my decision. I'm never giving you any money because you lied about some shit like that. You had no reason to lie to me.
There wasn't no reason to bring up your mom at all into this conversation.
Yeah. And then fucking Haley, he gets a phone. The same guy gets a phone. Haley's like, yeah, you can come over to Humanity. I'll give you some food or whatever. This nigga comes in 3 days in a row. And I'm like, you see what happens when you open the door?
Mario.
You know Mario. Mario, he has the beard. He don't really ask for nothing. Like, they give him food at Nacho Mama's. I can't really describe what he got.
Salad.
He probably get a little thing.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Black dude, kind of, he probably like your height or a little, maybe a little taller. But yeah, Mario very well known. But like, some of these mugs is just they some liars, but they funny and they characters. You know what I mean? But also, we got to do something about this homelessness in America because it is going hammer. Out there in Oregon, it's even crazier. Which, I'm not even gonna get into like the syringes that they pass out for free on the street.
Oh yeah, nah.
I'm not even gonna get into that. But it's like this homelessness, and like I heard the other day, like other month, like they sending buses from New York down here. So that's why every now and then you will see like 4 or 5 new dudes, new people.
I'll tell you something that was all right. This was 2 days ago.
Okay.
So old lady came to the store. She no younger than 60. You know what I'm saying? So she came in there. She got her little walker, white lady. She was like, "Let me get a pack of cigarettes." She real sweet. You know what I'm saying? You can tell she bought her shit, but she was sweet at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, she told me this whole story that I'm about to say. She said, I just turned whatever age she was. It was 60 something. And she was like,
she got color hair in her hair?
She got short hair.
Yeah.
It's like blonde, red hair. Like real short though.
Like close to the head.
Yeah.
No hanging, like a cut.
No, it's like short on the sides and then the top it might, she got more on the top.
What's the top doing?
It's like a curl, swoop, something. I don't know. But she was like, on her birthday, she got robbed. And she was like, these dudes, she was going to get some money from the ATM. These dudes came up on her, I guess as she was going there, and one of the dudes had a gun, and the other dude grabbed her and was like, come with us. Went to the ATM at the bank she goes to, which is the SRP. ATM ain't had no money in it. It was like completely out. So she was like, they told her that you coming with us. They put her in the car. They drove to Walton Way. Took the money out or whatever. And she was telling them how she's old and really y'all ain't got nothing else. She said they had the gun to her head. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, the dudes was like, we from Atlanta. We ain't from around here. You tell all these homeless motherfuckers we coming after them. Damn. She's saying this, bro. And I was just like, damn, that's kind of crazy. But she was like, long story short, when they went to the ATM, nobody ain't had no mask on. And I guess she knows somebody that worked with the police. So when she called them, they pulled that shit up right back, like quick, arrested, got her money back, everything. But it's just crazy that it's people out there who prey on those type of people.
Yeah, it's very sad.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't even think she was homeless. She was like, somebody had gave her like $300 something for her birthday.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then that happens.
Yeah.
And she was like, God don't like ugly. And the punishment he got for you is going to be greater than anything I could ever do. And she was like, have a good night, baby. And she walked out.
That's what's up.
I thought that was like an interesting little story.
Up.
It's not what's up, but it's just...
her spirit about
it.
Yeah,
her spirit is crazy. But that, like, just to hear that was kind of like, damn. You know, there's people out here. Because, like, I see old people and I want to help or try to, you know, do whatever I can in that moment to make it easy for you.
Yeah.
And then there's people out there on the total opposite end of that that's like, nah, you're vulnerable. I can take you for whatever you got right now.
Yeah, or take something
you know
in general.
That was kind of wild to me just to think about that.
Yeah, so protect your neck. Protect your neck,
you know what I'm saying? Wu-Tang type.
Yeah, Wu-Tang said it best. Y'all gotta watch out for yourselves. But downtown is not that bad. I know after these stories, you guys are like, all right, that was some bullshit.
Nah, downtown it's not terrible, man. It ain't like it was when we was growing up, for sure.
Nah, yeah. The little niggas is different these days, man. They out there in 90-degree weather with fucking...
purses.
With purses, hoodies, and ski masks on.
But don't take this personal, y'all. I'm just saying.
Don't be out with 90 degrees. Your purse is fine, but the hoodies and the ski mask in the summer gotta go.
Yeah.
That shit gotta go.
It's a bad look.
That's... Yeah, like... That shit gotta go. And if you got mental issues, I don't know if people know this, but if you get overheated, it actually amplifies your mental issues. And a lot of people in America these days, they have mental issues. So be careful about your body temperature that you're bringing around. That's neither here nor there. But,
nah, for real.
Nah, but that's some real
It's
shit.
already hot here.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
In the swamp.
Yeah, man. Ow!
Yeah.
Like that James Brown.
Mm-hmm. Good God.
Good God. Let me find out his ad-libs came from being here.
The studio was hot.
Yeah, it was hot. It was. I've been to his old
AC
studio and there wasn't no AC in there. I don't even think they had a unit. So, like, yeah, man. Like, I ain't gonna lie. James Brown's hairdresser probably made a lot of money off of him, yo.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Bro wanted curls. Bro wanted a perm.
A fro.
Bro wanted the fro. Bro wanted it all.
Yo.
I ain't never seen bro with a haircut. Like a low cut.
He never. And then the crazy thing, he grew the perm back later in life. Like on some like, this the one. This is, out of all these years, this is the one.
He had to do that though. Because if he'd have been walking around that bitch with waves, that might have been a different nigga, dog. Like it might have grew a cast of different niggas.
Yeah, no, you
like
right.
If James Brown was rocking the waves in his time, a dark fucking shave or a fade or tapered fade or something.
Yeah.
With the, bro.
Or a high top.
Come on, man. That's a niggas is looking different now. Because at the time when he was doing niggas was dressing like that.
Yeah.
This motherfucker come out that bitch on some gangster shit, man. Look.
Yeah. Dancing like that.
Man, come on, bro. They already said bro was about
yeah,
shit.
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But
yeah,
if he looked a certain kind of way,
yeah.
Imagine how we would look. You know what I'm saying now? Like that'd be crazy.
Yeah, yo. Shout out to James Brown, man.
Dope.
Yeah, I have a theory that if he didn't die, like the city would be mad different. If he stayed alive a little longer. Like at least to like a 2012, 13 type, like going into the new decade, I feel like the city would be different. But we lost him very early, like in 06. We were still younger, so we didn't get a chance to like, cause we would have probably pulled up at one of his turkey drives, like you know what I mean. Just like as we got older and knowing who he really was, yeah, it would have been on a whole nother level. But shout out to his daughter Deanna Brown Thomas. She takes care of all of the stuff that he pretty much used to do around here in the city, and I get the opportunity to see her at least like once or twice a week. So
shout out,
yeah, man. And she is definitely her father's daughter, and it feels like I'm talking to James Brown when I'm talking to her for sure. But she's a wonderful woman.
That's what's up.
So it's still going on in the spirit.
Tune in, man. Support your local, man. Support local. Not even just local music or any entertainment things or us for say, but go to the shops. You know what I'm saying? Go to the Saturday market. Even the Saturday market, I heard I hadn't been to neither one, but I know it's the one downtown. But they said they even do one in Evans, like on the weekend. I don't know if it's every Saturday or every other or whatever, but support local. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, support local. Yo, go holla at my Mexicans over there at the flea market too, man. They got some great stuff. That's Saturday and Sunday. But yeah, definitely shop local, shop downtown. Y'all gotta keep downtown alive because downtown is the only place in Augusta you could just walk a couple of blocks, man. And if we make that unsafe or if we make that harder than what it can be, it'd be, people always complain ain't nothing to do down here. It really wouldn't be nothing to do.
It's not nothing to do, just to capitalize on that. But if we show the need for it to be something to do by going down there and not tearing up the joint, you know what I'm saying? It might make them want to add more stuff. Yeah. Even though we've been saying the same thing for years.
Yeah.
But you never know. Maybe somebody might wake up one day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Or maybe somebody might not.
Yeah.
And that might be the change we need. No.
And on that note, but nah, man. Lob.
Yeah.
Episode 3.
Oh, I'm going to be cleaning up my entertainment segments. And we're going to, now that basketball season is over, we're going to be bringing some funny stuff, some cool stuff.
We're going to bring some cool stuff. We're going to bring some funny stuff. We're going to be bringing y'all some off-season move stuff. The Olympics is coming. We love to,
oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're going to be on that Summer League coming up.
Yep.
You know, draft coming up.
And we're going to do some top 5 picks of just different things in the world. Oh, like, yeah. We're gonna lay out some top 5s. So I want to hear some of like the Bad Boys and I want to hear what y'all got to say.
Rush. All right, let's keep the 4th movie out of it for now.
Okay, just the first.
Just to see what people say.
Oh, okay.
Rush Hour 1 through 3 or Bad Boys 1 through 3. What y'all got?
Yeah.
Just talk to us. And on that note, for real.
Yeah.
The Law, episode 3. We out of here.
Yes, sir.
It's all about moi and the moonlight too. Me and her too, that's two life crew. That's true life manifesting when I'm in the booth. He was on the court, I was in the booth.